Hello and welcome to Vikings Territory Breakdown Podcast. I'm Joe Oberly, senior writer at VikingsTerritory.com and PurplePTSD.com, and that's Mark Craig. He's a Vikings writer, NFL insider, and Hall of Fame selector for the Star Tribune and StarTribune.com. We're here to keep you up on what's going on with the Vikings. And in another week, they had a pretty good week this week. Since we last chatted, they did rookie mini camp and they made some news. They finally got their wide receiver 3, Jauan Jennings, a former San Francisco 49er, was signed to a contract. That's a big deal. What do you think of that, Mark? You think that's the right signing?
Yeah, good week, undefeated last week. They did not lose. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of this is a good example of how the NFL, you don't build a team just in the first round of the draft or just in the first 2 days of free agency. It's an ongoing process throughout the year, and to add a player of this magnitude for a number 3 spot after the draft, they didn't address the receiver in the draft, and we come out of the draft saying, one of the biggest holes is number 3 receiver, and they got a experienced yet still young guy from San Francisco. San Francisco is an example of what happens whenever your quarterback becomes crazy expensive again. You start having to let players go, over the years. So this is an experienced guy. He steps right in as number 3 receiver, moves ahead of Ty Felton for sure. Got experience. He's still young. Also a really good special teams player. He has a knack for, blocking punts. And so he's a very useful piece that came, a few weeks after the draft.
He's had a pretty decent career. He came in 21 and had a good rookie campaign, 5 touchdowns. 24 receptions, and in 2024 was his best year. He had 77 receptions for 975 yards and 6 touchdowns. But last year, only 55 receptions but 9 touchdowns. Is he going to be kind of a end zone target for him as well? Is that something you see?
Yeah, I just think he's an extra target in there that's experience that you can, when everyone's, draped all over Justin Jefferson or Addison, here's a guy that can pop out and be free. He's going to benefit from playing with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. Just like, if Aaron Jones stays healthy, he benefits from some of those, wide open across the middle, passes. If you can get the quarterback that can play with a little bit of patience and poise to spot all this stuff, that's going to be, that's what they're hoping they're going to get with Kyler Murray. So, yeah, it's a good addition, especially where they got him.